You have reached Red Steele's Awesome Toy Club to review. I'm your man, Red Steele, and today I'll be reviewing from Transformers Powers of the Prime, Optimus Prime. Transformers Powers of the Prime, Optimus Prime. Before I get to the actual review, I want to go over some of the spectacular details on this packaging. Up front here, the display window showing you both the figure and all his accessories inside. In the corner here, you have the Transformers Generations logo. Then along the side here, it says Transformers. Over here, you have this beautiful illustration of Optimus Prime in robot mode. And below that, you have Power of the Primes. Then down here, it says it is a leader class figure. And below that, you have the Autobot symbol, along with Evolution Optimus Prime. Then over here, you have Age 8+, which is the age requirement for this figure. Then over here, you have the Hasbro emblem. Then on top of the packaging here, again, you have Power of the Primes, Choose Your Prime. Then aside of the packaging here, on the very top, you have Power of the Primes, Choose Your Prime. Then over here, you have various insignias that symbolize each of the different primes. Then down here, you have the Transformers Authentic logo. Then on the side of the packaging here, along the side here, you have Power of the Primes. Then over here is beautiful illustration of Orion Pax in his robot mode. Then down here, you have the Transformers Generations logo. Now back of the packaging here, on the very top, you have the Autobot symbol along with Evolution Optimus Prime. Then down here it says, when the humble Orion Pax becomes the bearer of the Matrix of Leadership, he evolves to become the noble leader, Optimus Prime. Then over here, you have Optimus Prime with the Matrix of Leadership. Then over here, you have all the figures features, such as Optimus Prime in robot mode, Orion Pax in robot mode, and Orion Pax and Optimus Prime both in their truck modes. Then over here, you have Power of the Primes. Then over here, you have Optimus Prime along with his various different types of primes. Then down here in the corner, you have the Hasbro emblem. Transformers Generations Power of the Primes Leader Class Evolution Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime was released on November 11th, 2017 with the suggested retail price of $45.99, and he was available at all major retailers. Optimus Prime was released along with the other Transformer Generations Power of the Prime Leader Class Wave 1 figure, Evolution Rodimus Prime. Optimus Prime is a Generation 1 inspired figure that converts to his trailer tractor mode in 33 steps. His accessories include the Matrix of Leadership, Ion Blaster, Collector's Card, and instructions. Optimus Prime stands 9.5 inches tall, and he is meant for fans ages 8 and up. Next, I'm going to go ahead and convert Optimus Prime from his robot mode all the way to his tractor trailer mode. But the first thing you always want to do before you transform any of your Transformers, you want to remove all their weapons and accessories. I'm going to take his Ion Blaster. We'll put that off to the side. Because in the first step of the transformation, you want to turn Optimus Prime all the way around. Get this blue trigger right here. You want to bring it down. Then step number 2, you want to take this top piece and pop it out and put that off to the side. Then step number 3, you got these smokestacks right there and right there. So on a hinge joint, you want to bring them down just like that. Go ahead and do it to your side. Bring that smokestack down just like that. Because in step number 4, you have these panels right there and right there. You want to bring these panels down just like that. Go and do it to your side. Bring that panel down just like that. Then step number 5, you want to bring this arm all the way up. You want to make sure this panel slides under this panel just like that. Go and do it to your side. Take this arm, slide it up, and make sure that one panel slides under the other one just like that. Step number 6. Now you got Optimus Prime's feet right here. Top of his foot, you have a double hinge joint right there and right there. What they want you to go and do is take that foot now and pop it out just like this. Go and do it to the other side, take this foot and pop it out just like this. Then step number 7, in the inside of the leg, you got a panel right there and right there. Then want you to go and unpeg it and bring it out just like that. Go and do it to the other side, take that panel and bring it out just like that. This is step number 8. You got a couple panels now. You got a panel right there, and right there. All you want to do is go ahead and straighten out that panel just like this. Go and do it to the other side. Take this panel and straighten it out just like this. This is step number 9. You got a panel right there, you got a panel right there, and you got a hinge joint right there and right there. Then what you going to take the panel now and flip it up just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Take this panel now and flip it up just like that. This is step number 10. What you do now is you got a peg right there and right there, and you got a porthole right there and right there. Now they want you to go ahead and take this panel now and flip it so it pegs right into place just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Take this panel now and flip it up just like that. Because in step number 11, in between the legs right here, you got a peg, you got a porthole, you got a peg and a porthole. You want you to go and just tab everything right into place, and it clicks right into place just like that. Because in step number 12, get this panel right there, and you see some tabs right there, you see some portholes. Then once you go and close up these panels so they meet in the middle and they tab right into place just like this. Step number 13. I want to take Optimus Prime, got his thigh right here. I want to take his thigh right at the knee, you want to bend him up just like that. You got the waist right here, you want to bend it down just like that so this piece and the wheels lie flush to the ground. This is step number 14. I want to take these arm pieces now. I want to swing them all the way down, just like that. Do that to the other side. Take this arm piece and swing it all the way down, just like that. This is step number 15. You got the shoulder joint right there and right there. You want to go and pop it out just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Pop it out just like that. This is step number 16. You kind of want to bend Optimus Prime right at the elbow, but you got this forearm piece right here, which is a panel. It's not a hinge joint. I want to go and pop that out just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Get this forearm piece right here. I want to bend it right at the elbow and pop that panel out just like that. This is step number 17. Right at the shoulder here, you want to kind of complete that rotation. Bring everything up and kind of tuck the fist under the panel. Make sure the arms are straight. Just like that. And just like that. This is step number 18. Then once you go ahead and grab his ion blaster. Inside of his ion blaster, you got a couple of portholes right there and right there. On the inside of his forearms, you have a peg right there and right there. Then let's go and bring this ion blaster in there. This is step number 19. Then once you go ahead and push these panels all together so everything kind of clicks into place, and both those portholes go right under the ion blaster. All these panels pop right into place. And I know it's kind of a mishmash, but you just have to make sure everything fits right into place and it snaps right into place just like that. This is step number 20. Get this panel right here. I know it's kind of a little bit mismatched right now. I'm going to go and close this panel up just like that. Going that to the other side. Take this panel now and close it up just like that. Just make sure everything kind of fits into place. It's kind of a shell former. Then step number 21. It's a little blue peg down here. And I just want to go ahead and swing this down just like that. Step number 22. I'm going to go and grab Optimus Prime's chest piece. I'm going to take this chest piece and turn it all the way around. On this back right here, you have this blue piece right there and right there. I'm going to go untab it and bring it all the way down just like that. Do that to the other side. Take this blue piece, untab it, and bring it all the way down just like that. This is step number 23. I'm going to take these blue pieces now. You want to rotate them out just like that. Do that to the other side. Go and rotate it out just like that. And you want to make sure the wheels are facing out just like this and just like that. This is step number 24. In between these blue pieces, you got a tab right there. You got a slide a porthole. You want that slide a porthole, slide it right over that tab just like this. This is step number 25. You have this back piece right here, and it has a hinge joint right on the bottom. The tab right there, tab right there. You got a porthole right there and a porthole right there. I want to bring this piece down and tab it right into place just like that. Because in step number 26, you got Orion Pax's head right here. You want to rotate it all the way around just like that. Because in step number 27, get a hinge joint right there. You want to bring his head down just like that. Because in step number 28, I want to go grab Optimus Prime's head right here. I want to flip it right into his chest just like that. Then step 29, they want you to go ahead and bring these arm pieces and swing them forward. But we want to bring the shoulder piece out just like that. So you want to bring this all the way around just like this. Again, bring the shoulder piece out just a little bit so you can rotate this forearm all the way around just like that. This is step number 30. You got a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to just go and take this whole arm piece now, bring it in just like that. Go and do it to the side, bring it in just like that. Then step number 31, you got these chest panels right here. You got a double jointed hinge right there and right there. I want to bring this panel out like that and bring it in just like that. Do that to the other side. You get this chest panel, bring it out like that, and you want to go ahead and bring it in just like that. This is step number 32. You get this panel right there. You got a hinge joint on the very bottom. You want to make sure everything's kind of aligned onto this blue piece, and just make sure the peg's facing outward. That's very important. So make sure that's aligned perfectly. You got a porthole right there, that tab right there. You want to take that panel with that hinge on the bottom. You want to swing it down, and you want to make sure it pegs right into place just like that. Get to the other side. You got this panel right here. You want to swing it down, make sure it pegs right into place just like that. Because in the 33rd and final step, we're going to grab Optimus Prime's trailer. Get that peg right there, and on the bottom of Orion Pax's head, you got a porthole right there. You want to go ahead and peg that right into place. And now you have Optimus Prime in his full tractor trailer mode. Next, I'm going to go ahead and convert Optimus Prime from his trailer tractor mode into Orion Pax. Now, first of that transformation, you want to go take the trailer, you want to unpeg it and put it off to the side. Then step number 2, you have this panel right here and right here. On top of that panel, you have a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to take that panel, untab it, and flip it all the way up just like that. You want to do it to the other side. Take this panel, untab it, and flip it up just like that. This is step number 3. We'll take this panel now and bring it out just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Take this panel and bring it out just like that. Then step number 4. This panel here, underneath the panel, you got a double jointed hinge right there and right there. You want to swing that panel all the way forward just like that. Do that to the other side, to that panel, and swing it all the way forward just like that. This is step number 5. What you want to do now is get this piece back here. You got a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to take this piece now. You want to swing it forward just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Take this piece and swing it forward just like that. Then step number 6. Then once you go to bring this arm down just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Bring this arm piece down just like that. Then step number 7. Right at the bicep and shoulder. I want to rotate it all the way around just like that. Do that to the other side. Get this arm piece now. You want to rotate it down just like that. This is step number 8. Then we're going to take this forearm now. Bring it down just like this. Go and do that to the other side. Bring this forearm piece and bring it down just like that. Then step number 9. You got this fist in the forearm. Then let's go and just flip it out just like that. Do that to the other side. Take this fist and flip it out just like that. Then step number 10. Get this piece right here. You want to flip this piece up just like that. You kind of want to tab it right into place. Then step number 11. You want to do this headpiece, and you want to tab that into place just like that. Then step number 12. We got this piece right here that's held on by a tab and a slot. You want to slide it out of place just like that. Then step number 13. You want to go and rotate this piece out just like this. Do that to the other side. Rotate this piece out just like this. So step number 14, get this foot right here. I want to go and flip this foot out just like that. Go that to the other side, this foot piece, flip it out just like that. This is the 15th and final step. I want to take his leg now, bring it down just like that. Go and do that to the side, bring that leg down just like that. And now you have Orion Pax in his full robot mode. Now that I have Orion Pax in his robot mode and on my display table, so we'll go over some of his play features and accessories. First, I might talk about his Ion Blaster. And as we know, the Ion Blaster is more meant for Optimus Prime's weapon of choice, so they give you an option where you can separate this Ion Blaster into 2 different pieces. You can arm him with both these blasters, because both these blasters have a handle right here that's actually a 5mm peg. Each one of his fists are a 5mm porthole. Let's go and plug this blaster right into his fist just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Take take this other blaster and just plug it right into his fist just like that. And now you have Orion Pax armed with both his blasters. Very, very cool accessory. I think Orion Pax came out really, really well. There aren't too many great representations for Orion Pax. Usually he's a retooling of another figure, mainly Cup. Every time a Cup comes out, they try to retool him because his alt mode is very similar. He had like kind of a pickup truck mode as Orion Pax. But Orion Pax is a really cool looking figure. They did a great job. He's an original molding. He's meant to be Orion Pax. I mean the back is kind of like Optimus Prime Kibble, and you can tell. I mean, you got the front of the truck right there, and you got his chest piece right there. I mean, you get the wheels showing. But other than that, he's kind of a cool figure, a cool version of Orion Pax. I really think he's fun. You got that mold detail right here with the translucent blue plastic with the Autobot symbol, and this figure has a lot of stickers. Amazingly, like very Generation 1-ish. A lot of sticker detail. I know a lot of the other versions of Orion Pax is all paint detail. They did a great job with this figure. I really enjoy him, and I think the only reason why I even picked this figure up was to have Orion Pax. And I do own a Thrilling 30s version of Orion Pax. I have not opened that figure yet, so I don't want to open it up just for this review. He's been in this package for a long time, and I am eventually going to go ahead and do a separate review with that version of Orion Pax when I do unbox him, and I'll probably do an unboxing too. But this Orion Pax is a pretty cool figure. I really enjoy him. And a little bit of trivia, if you guys, a lot of you guys don't know, Orion Pax was a prototype for the Transformers the movie. He was originally supposed to be the Ultra Magnus character, but a lot of script changes, a lot of rewrites, and they went ahead and just put him in the War Dawn episode in season 2 of the original Transformers anime series from the 80s. You know, the original More Than Meets the Eye series, and they replaced Ultra Magnus, that version of Ultra Magnus, with the Diclone Ultra Magnus, which is pretty cool trivia, and I just recently found out about that. So this design was originally meant to be Ultra Magnus in Transformers the movie. Pretty cool piece of trivia. But let me go ahead and rotate him around so you guys see what it looks like from all angles. I mean, the front looks great. The back, I mean, there's a lot of Optimus Prime kibble, and I'm afraid to rotate him around too quickly because he will fall over. He's very flimsy. But other than that, he's a great figure for display. And if I had my choice out of all the modes that he has between Tractor Trailer and Optimus Prime mode, I would most likely display him in the Orion Pax mode. Now that I have Optimus Prime in this Tractor Trailer mode and on my display table, let's go over some of his play features and accessories. And I know I have all the accessories already attached to Optimus Prime, and I have to say he's not too bad. I mean, I did pick up this version of Optimus Prime after, or more recently with the reissue in Target. I mean, he was something I passed up on the first time. I did pick up the Evolution Rodimus Prime, and I found that figure to be very nice for the time that he came out. But I mean, ever since then they've produced Kingdom Rodimus Prime and Studio Series Hot Rod, and I mean, with the technology, each step they take when they make a figure, it seems like they take whatever works and they push it on to the next figure. And I mean, just recently I did do Studio Series Optimus Prime, and he is almost nearly a perfect translation from the animated model from Transformers the movie and the Transformers Generation 1 cartoon series. So I mean, going back and doing this figure again, I mean, I can also see the difference in the steps for transformation. The transformations are much more simplistic with the older Transformers, and as it's progressed, it's gotten more sophisticated. But right here, I mean, I can't really say this is lazy because this is just one of the steps in the perfected Optimus Prime. But I mean, back here, you can see Orion Pax's hands and arms right here. I mean, the cab was not full. I mean, they're close. I mean, the front of the cab looks nice. You got the translucent windows up here. I mean, you got a lot of the paint detail. You got that metallic paint that they use for a lot of the silver instead of chroming it now, which I think is much better. The only thing I don't understand is why did they paint blue windows when they went ahead and they did translucent window from the side, from the front up here. They should have just did it all blue or just translucent right there. But that would have caused problems, and they would have had to paint this part all red. And you know, sometimes with the paint it bleeds through, or the plastic bleeds through the paint, so there's a slight discoloration, which you can see from this piece to that piece. There's a lot of discoloration because they use a different sort of plastic. And I believe even right here with Orion Pax's chest piece, which acts as the connector for Optimus Prime's trailer, or part of the trailer, it kind of has that different hue of red. I mean, other than that, it's a nice figure for the time that it came out. I believe this figure came out in 2017. You have some sticker detail here, which is kind of reminiscent of the Generation 1 toy. And you have some mold detail here that kind of is very reminiscent of the trailer. I felt when this figure came out, and the reason I didn't pick him up the first time around was I thought they were going to retool this figure and make him into a Power Master Optimus Prime, because, I mean, they did make a Power Master Optimus Prime, but the cab didn't transform. It just transformed right into Power Master Optimus Prime. And even with Transformers Legends from Takara, which is the version I own, they went ahead and they just molded the tractor right into the chest piece. So it wasn't like Jinrai who transformed into Super Jinrai, or the smaller Optimus Prime transforming into the Power Master Optimus Prime. And they kind of negated that whole feature. And I was hoping that, because the trailer is very reminiscent, and when you look at him in robot mode, which I'll get into in a moment, he does kind of look like Power Master Optimus Prime. He has some features, so I figured hold off on this version of Prime, because they're going to retool him and make him to a Power Master Prime, which I am very surprised they didn't do that with, because they've done that with other figures where they've made a slight variation of a figure, and you know that figure was going to come out later on. Like, I believe they did that with Overlord, where they made him out as a slight variation in the very beginning, and eventually down the line they did bring out Overlord. And I thought they were going to do that Power Master Optimus Prime, but they bypassed that, and they kind of left this mold alone after this Optimus Prime. Maybe, I'm not sure if it didn't do well, but I mean, there must be a reason why they reissued this version of Optimus Prime. I mean, if you do see him and you feel like you're a completist, do pick him up. I don't feel like there was a need for me to get this version of Optimus Prime. He isn't the best, and I mean, after going through Studio Series and Siege and Kingdom, I mean, those were step ups above this version of Optimus Prime. But let me go and rotate around so you can see what it looks like from all angles. Lots of good mold features. I mean, you got the intact trailer. I mean, you got that. I'm not sure why they have the blaster here. And I mean, if they would have retooled it, they could have put some portholes right here. And you could have the Optimus Prime blasters on the side here, like the original G1 version did. And they could have had this cab actually transform into Jinrai or a regular Optimus Prime. Now that Optimus Prime in his robot mode and on my display table, let's go over some of his plate features and accessories. First, by talking about the Matrix of Leadership. And as you can see, I have the Matrix of Leadership in two pieces. It's not assembled right now because with the Power of the Prime figures, they came with a special gimmick, and that was a Choose Your Prime gimmick, where they have these little pieces right here, and they're very reminiscent of the Headmasters from Titans Returns, except they're non-transforming. And what these pieces would do is you plug them into the Transformer and they would choose their power. Well, with this Matrix of Leadership, you could either swap out or you could put in any one of these primes into the Matrix here. You can swap them out with either Micronus, Vector Prime, or Siege Maximo. But right here, he comes with the default Matrix of Leadership. In order to store this Matrix of Leadership in Optimus Prime while he's in his robot mode, you're able to open up these chest pieces. And I've been unsuccessful in being able to store this Matrix in his chest, because when I have finally got it in there, it doesn't sit flush and these panels just kind of stay gaping a little bit. And I'll show you. I'll just try to attempt to put it in there just to kind of show you guys. And this is kind of a design flaw that I feel that they had with this Optimus Prime, because it's very hard. Not really a way to plug this in. It kind of just sits in his chest. Because you have Orion Pax's head already in the chest. And you close these panels up, you still got that gap there. And I can push this down, but it's not going to do any good. So when I close this outer chest panel, that kind of stays gaping open. So I wouldn't want my Power Master or my Power of the Prime, Optimus Prime, sitting here with a gaping chest. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Matrix out. Very disappointing, you know, but it's nonetheless, it's one of the first mainline figures to actually have the Matrix of Leadership that is separate and stored in a Generation 1 Optimus type Prime. I'm going to close this chest panel up because I'd rather have them displayed without that big gaping hole in the chest. Because the next accessory I want to go ahead and bring in are Orion Pax's blasters. In order to arm Optimus Prime with Orion Pax's blasters, each one of these blasters has a handle right here. And each one of these handles is actually a 5mm peg. Each one of his fists has a 5mm porthole. Just plug Orion Pax's blaster in each one of his fists, and now you have Optimus Prime armed with both of his blasters. But what's another cool feature is, and they also had this with the Power of the Prime, Rodimus Prime, is you take both blasters and combine them into Optimus Prime's trademark Ion Blaster. You do that because on the back of the barrel right here, you have a 5mm peg. At the end of this stock right here, you have a porthole right here. Just plug that in, combine them together, now you have the Ion Blaster. In order to arm Optimus Prime with this Ion Blaster, get that 5mm peg right there, plug it right into one of his fists, and now you have Optimus armed with his Ion Blaster. You know, this Optimus Prime that I have right here is actually the reissue that Target recently just re-brought out. And the reason I passed on this Optimus Prime originally was because I really did think that Hasbro, because Hasbro has a habit of doing this in the past, where they did that with Overlord, where I think Overlord came out with a different mold in the beginning, but they retooled it and Overlord came out. But you could already tell that was Overlord. It was just a matter of time before they retooled that figure and made him into, I think it was like Shadow something, I forgot his name. And if you guys know, just leave it in the comments below. But I cannot recall that Transformer's name. But he was later released as Overlord. He was just a retooling of that same mold. Well, I actually thought they were going to do this with Power of the Prime, Optimus Prime. They're going to retool him because a lot of features that are on this Optimus Prime are also on Power Master Optimus Prime. These panels right here. And the only difference I really feel, they could have did some retooling, put a couple wheels down here, kind of make it look more like Power Master Optimus Prime. And what they could have done is this piece right here could transform to the Jinrai or regular Optimus Prime instead of Orion packs. They would have a couple portholes for some of the blasters in his robot mode, or you could put some of the blasters right there. I mean, this would have been an easy figure to make, and I'm very surprised that Hasbro didn't jump on that. But I think the series before this one was it was called Titans Returns, and they did release a Power Master Optimus Prime that was kind of stylized for that series. And in Japan, the Legends series did release Jinrai, Super Jinrai, where but the cab didn't really transform into a individual Transformer or Optimus Prime or Jinrai. But there was also a set where you could buy God Bomber and combine them into Super Jinrai or God Jinrai. Here, I was waiting on it, it never came out, and by the time the series ended, they already moved on to the next trilogy. So I did jump on this opportunity to pick up this figure. I mean, it's been many generations since this figure's been out, and they've made a lot of improvements since this figure's been out. I mean, this version of Optimus Prime, you see I'm kind of holding him up, because his ankles are really weak. It's really small. They're on like a little pin right there. So it's a heavy figure, and my figure just wants to fall over. So I have it kind of hunched over, and it looks kind of odd if I was displaying him like this, because he's really hunched over, and he kind of wants to fall over. And even when I showed you the Matrix of Leadership, isn't really set well in his chest. So there's a lot of QR issues with this figure that are design flaws. Not even QR, because I mean, this is a badly designed figure. I don't know if it was rushed or it wasn't meant to be an Optimus Prime. They just kind of went with it and figured if it's sold well, then they'll go ahead and produce a Power Master Prime. I mean, the Rodimus Prime I really enjoy. I thought it was a cool figure. I mean, these figures have been dated. I mean, dated now because, I mean, this came out in, I believe, 2017. So yeah, 7 years, and they've made a lot of vast improvements. I mean, this mold is heavily based on the Masterpiece 10 Optimus Prime, which I do have on hand to a side-by-side comparison. You can see a lot of the features, because up until this point in time, when this figure came out, this was the best representation of Optimus Prime on the mainline Transformers series. Because this is more of an exclusive. I mean, this is Japan. The Masterpiece was heavily had a heavy release in Japan, and had a very selective release in the United States. I mean, you had Toys R Us that would bring them out, and I think Walmart once in a while. Mine's a little dusty. And this is the MT10. And they've made an improvement over this Optimus Prime, believe it or not. And this Optimus Prime, I believe, is fantastic. And this Optimus Prime, and I believe this one also is the first one that actually included a trailer, because up until this point in time, Optimus Prime only came with the cab. So people were thrilled to have an option to have Optimus Prime with the trailer, and they kind of gave it that special evolution gimmick where Orion Pax combines with the trailer to form Optimus Prime. But even this figure is not really a full representation of Optimus Prime, because the cab doesn't even turn into Optimus Prime. You couldn't really interact with the trailer too much. Well, Optimus Prime couldn't react to the trailer because it's part of him, as opposed to Masterpiece, where he was very reminiscent of the Generation 1 toy, because the trailer does have all that playability. But as you can see, like even with the midsection here, everything was kind of based on the Masterpiece 10 figure. I'm going to put this off to the side, because now I'm going to go ahead and bring the Studio Series in, because Now, at this point in time, this is the definitive Optimus Prime. Every single step they took with masterpieces, I mean, there's been 3 different masterpieces, millions of different primes. And it all culminates into this figure right here, where he is so cartoon accurate, lots of points of articulation, he even has fingers that you can point if you wanted to. I mean, the chest does open up, and it does show you the Matrix, which I don't like to do too many times because I don't want to risk damaging the paint job. But you got this panel right here that opens up, and it's just like the movie, 3 panels, lifts up, and it reveals the Matrix. Pretty cool. I mean, the big difference between that Matrix and this Matrix. This Matrix is more gimmicked for the Power of the Primes series because they want, like I said, choose your Prime. They want to have you be able to choose whatever power that each one of these jewels have or one of these Primes have. Put this off to the side. But I mean, I was very, very happy with this Prime when I saw it in Toy Show. Like I said, I only didn't pick it up because I believed that they were going to retool him eventually in the future, which they did not do. And by the time I could have gotten this figure, they moved on. The wave was done, and you couldn't find Optimus Prime on the shelves anymore. So when he did get reissued, I did jump on it. But I mean, if you're a big Optimus Prime fan, I would say pick him up. But I mean, with this one, I don't know if I could display it because the ankles are weak, and there's been so many advancements made since this figure was released. But nonetheless, it's a great figure. He's not on my rotating table, unfortunately, so I can't rotate him around. But I will show you what he looks like from all angles without him falling over. I mean, I'm not big on the kibble right here because, I mean, these clearly look like Orion Pax's leg, And that's what a cool feature, or this is a cool feature because the actual Jinrai Power Master Prime, the little Optimus Prime, his legs actually fold the same way. So I really, really thought they're going to release this as Power Master Prime. And a lot of the trailer panels are visible on Power Master / Super Jinrai when he combines with this trailer. So, maybe they're still hoping there's a chance that they're going to do that. But, I mean, this technology is kind of outdated now with the powers of the Prime. And I think if they do release a Power Master Prime, and the one they did release for Titan's Return was more of a Headmaster because he actually had a head that came out and it could transform. And I mean, you could leave it in during both modes, and you could pretend that it wasn't a Power Master or a Headmaster and just leave it in. And the Power Master jewel was already molded on the figure, unfortunately. But I'm really hoping that maybe one of the next series they do incorporate the Power Master gimmick. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Rad Steele's Awesome Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.